Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have new purchases from the Tucson Coin Show, and it's going to be a little bit all over the place, but I'm going to have actually probably a couple different videos because I have so much different stuff that I picked up. And we'll start with this. I think I'm going to have a separate video just uh, on some ancient coins and on some paper money, some fun stuff. So this is kind of fun. So this is from a hoard known as the Redfield Silver Dollar Hoard. And what's cool about this one, so it says Mint State 65 on the holder, 1897S, a little bit better date. And this guy is 400 bucks. But also NGC did the same thing with this that they do with their the GSA holders. And they've got their grade on here of an MS64. Neat coin. It's got a lot of flash to it, like most S Mint marks from that era do, and just a touch of the toning around the periphery. And a very, very pretty coin all around. So, and these also, just to show you, they're actually still sealed. I know you can see the line differentiation on those, but they are not broken through. I got a bunch of these guys. I got to double check and see how they're all priced up, but I bought a hoard of widow's mites because they're always good to have in the store. The widow's mite, famous biblical story using the Judean bronze prutas here. This is cool. They actually reference where you can find it in the Bible. The rich people were throwing all their money in, but they were kind of showing off while they were doing it. And the widow gave all she had. A lesson in the combination of humility and trust. Kind of some of the takeaways on those guys. I think we're going to have these priced at around 50 bucks each. I'll just have to double check. We'll get some of them up on the website for sure. Those are going to be pretty cool pieces. Where to go from here? Back to the beach, y'all. Here is something that's a little bit different, and it sounds so sweet, y'all. Here's another Redfield, but this one is a 21S Morgan, and it's in a holder that actually says Redfield with a kind of a Blanchard holder here. So this guy is 2 1/4. So this is, they call it a 63, which is probably the right grade on here. Kind of a cool coin. And so this is bind plastic, but I like to think of it as bind numismatic history, a lot of this stuff. There's a few more things in here you're going to see that are going to be like that, where buy the plastic, not the coin. For some of you, you couldn't care less about this stuff, but I like the numismatic history. I find it pretty interesting and kind of fun stuff. Now for something completely different. So, I don't usually sell too much of the different types of stuff I get in that you might call coin jewelry. This actually is a little bezel that comes off. But I hadn't really seen one of these in like forever. But this Ben Franklin $50 was milled out, and then they cut around the bell so it actually swings free. And one of the things that's interesting to me about this coin is that it was actually probably pretty well worn by the time they cut it out. And it's a cool concept, fun idea. That little dude there is 40 bucks. And as long as we're on that path, let me see here. So I have some of these for myself that I kept, but I found one at the show and I thought I would go ahead and pick it up and let someone else buy one, because these are one of my favorite little things. Made from coins, if you don't know, s'il vous plaît. This is a French coin. And you'll see these little things on the edge, and you'll see, Ben shouldn't play with knives, just what these guys are. Now I got my cords all mixed up here. But this is a Knifea, so kind of cool. And actually what's interesting about this one is this one was really used. You can see all the wear on the blade there, and also on the coin itself, and a little bit of you can see some of the little pins that go through to hold the thing together. Pretty cool. Like coin jewelry, coin knives, anything that was made from a coin I always find to be somewhat fascinating. But we'll shut that down so I don't cut myself too many times. 1930, this is an interesting coin. 1930, this is a full head, and this one's really cool because it has really that full split that you want to see on a head, where you can see that line that goes down her temple all the way down to the jaw. And there's actually several different designs on the Standing Liberty Quarter. Little known fact, Sammy. 1930 Philly, MS62 full head. I thought this was kind of interesting because, you know, it's a really attractive coin for 62. And I'm going to go ahead and take a closer look here for you. And very, very original kind of surfaces to it. And it's pretty bright. I mean, it's got a little bit of some different tones, a little bit of some different hues on there, but it's a very bright coin overall. All right. Oh man, what's next? This I don't think I have this labeled or denoted. So we'll have to figure out the price later on this guy. 1961. Going for that contrast where you get the full white on these proofs for cameos. Full white against a full black backdrop. This one's a proof 68 ultra cameo. I'm gonna set that aside for now. We'll take a look again later. You know, I kind of like some of the old Annex soapboxes. You guys know that. This coin's in 1882. I just kind of like the way it looked. It's not a high grade. It has a lot of little chatter in front of the field. You can see it all there on the cheek in the field. But in 82.0, this is, we'll keep it at $77, the original owner's receipt there. But I just liked the eye appeal of this coin. It's got just this touch of rainbow at the bottom. But also the rest of the fields on both sides have a very cool original look to it. 1882 is a fun year to kind of cherry pick. You know, there's a couple different varieties with the O over S, and I think an O over O on that, on the VAMs. I will say also one of the things I liked about this coin is for an 82.0, it has a really nice luster. So bag marks are being forgiven because 82.0s sometimes come with kind of a flat eye appeal or very little eye appeal. So there's that. Alrighty, one of the coins that it seems like every show I got to pick up at least one of these guys. If I can find a nice 5 Indian, even if it's a common date, uncirculated, I will. And there's that nice golden luster on those open fields on this 5 Indian. Cool piece. There's the mint mark way down there in the corner next to the edge of the fasces. That little D for Denver. So this 1909 Denver MS63, this will run you right around $1,000 on this guy. Pretty coin. Always trying to find good luster on those, and that one was pretty decent all in all. I'm gonna go back to me buying plastic instead of buying coins, just because I like some of these earlier. Anytime I see the PCGS holders that have like the perforations or this really kind of smaller dot matrix printout on it, I like those. It is buying plastic instead of coins. This is like right after the Rattler because it has the Rattler little, basically it's just an outer rim around a Rattler. But pretty cool. I like these guys. I think 95 is going to be the price on that bad boy. There's a number of things here that I just kind of left at someone else's mark, you know, and I'm not making much of anything on these guys, but I thought they were super cool. So both of these I thought were really interesting because I've seen so few Kamems graded from the 90s in old green holders. And so once again, this is collecting plastic, but it's collecting numismatic history. So I thought those were both really neat pieces. And you know, your eye just kind of gets used to seeing certain things, and I'm like, I can't think of when I've seen a modern U.S. Kamam in an OG. Excuse me, pardon me. Too much talking. All right, we're gonna auction one of these off. So this will go to the Campos charity also. We're going to go ahead and auction off one. We had these cool samplers going up So very, very fun. And so one of those will go to the Campos charity, whatever that gets bid up to. All right, I have a raw coin here to show you, which is kind of, you know, I like messing around with people a little bit. So this 1849, this is really cool. One of my favorite dates. I love those early dates on U.S. gold. So this is graded AU56PL. You're welcome. I'm the only one who thinks that's funny, but you know, I'm gonna just enjoy the laughter. I don't know if it would get straight graded or not. Okay, so you see the lines popping up behind the eagle and the feathers. Pardon me, the eagle and the arrows. Those are original. That is not cleaning lines. This is up here in this little protected area again, above the eagle's shoulder, under the neck. See those lines? That's all nice original. That's what provides a lot of the PL look on this coin. All of that was, that whole coin was Prooflike before it wasn't. So this coin, I'll probably send it eventually. I don't know that it would straight grade. I still think it might, you know, they might call it cleaned at one point, an older cleaning. But it's a cool looking coin, and we'll go ahead and put it up anyways. And we might send it in eventually if no one pops on it, but I thought it was pretty neat. So collecting plastic, did I tell you about that yet? So I have this 1879 3-cent nickel in a rattler holder. And what's interesting about this coin, I bought this specifically because it is a proof and it says it's mint state. And I kind of want to get the holder inside of a holder. Like if I could get that to fit in there, I would. Because to me this is just kind of a cool piece. You know, I don't usually see, you see things that are mislabeled, but I don't think this is mislabeled. I think this is misattributed. So that's kind of fun. This is $600. You know, the normal coin of proof is probably $400 or so, but once again, collecting numismatic history, to me, lots of fun stuff going on there. I did get some pretty cool, just not quite as expensive. I liked this Mercury dime here. This is a $60 coin. Super flash, high grade MS67. I just kind of like the overall look and feel of the coin. A little bit of mixed color. This is, you know, these coins from the 40s that I really enjoy that are Kamems have this look to them. A little bit of some tone, a little bit of some modeling. But overall, a real pretty piece. And that coin, the only thing about this coin is I need to get that plastic cleaned up just a skosh. But $60 on that bad boy. So this one's a little bit higher than that. This is about $200 more. Or this is exactly $200 more. This is $260. So this also, I thought the eye appeal was really nice on this 1916 Mercury dime. And so this guy, NGC, has graded MS65 full bands. So those middle bands are cut all the way. The back side is a little bit dark. You know, it does have some tone, but it's a little bit dark. The obverse, though, I thought was just stunning. And so kind of a neat coin. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so this is, this one's crazy because this is an 1893S. It's graded good details cleaned, which is what it is. It's been cleaned, and it's still like a silly expensive coin, like $3 grand. We'll see how it goes. But see if I can still see. I've made videos on this stuff before, but I'm just looking to see if I can still see that little chip at the top of the T in Liberty, at the top, kind of where the crossbars are. There'll be a little mark in there. That's one of the things that you can tell on the real ones. And then on one of the base of the R's, you'll see like a little bulbous area down there. But anyways, that is not a cheap coin. Did I mention I might collect plastic here? 1883 Carson Cities. I'm selling these as a pair. These are some of the coolest annex holders, the early ones with the blue labels. And you've got the genie on the back, the lamp, the ANA PNG genies. Very fresh original coins. The back is really nice on this one on the right. The one on the left is pretty cool also. But I'm selling them as a pair because the serial numbers are XA4783 and 784. So I priced it at 785. See how I did that? All right. Still the only one amused is me. All right, so 1870-78 Carson City. This is for kind of what they call a low ball set. This I'll probably put on eBay at open bid and see if I make money or lose money. Fair 2, straight graded, and not a lot left of that coin. But we'll let that one ride. We'll put it up on the bay. I do have some world coins mixed in here. So this guy, I'm going to put it up for sale, and if it doesn't sell after a while, I'll probably consider maybe sending it to PCGS, see if I can get a higher grade on it. This coin is only graded 63, and it's just really, really nice looking. And you know, I got a couple coins like this where the eye appeal is just off the charts. I'm pricing that at 210, and that is just that's an eye appeal coin for me. For those of you who like your copper coins to have a little color in them, that's kind of a thing. I did the same thing a little bit with this Abraham Lincoln. I said Abraham Lincoln. That is not Abraham Lincoln. That is George Washington, 1863. This is a really cool Civil War token. This is another coin that is, I think, very much so undergraded. This is another one it's only graded to 63. But, you know, I've had coins that don't look this nice, graded 65. So, you know, conservatively graded, you know, it's got the token itself has this stuff going on the rim where the rim's half gone, but that's all in the making of the piece. And once again, like another coin earlier, it's in an older NGC holder, which needs a little bit of some help getting a little bit of the haze off. But super pretty piece. This is 200 bones on that bad boy. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, so I do have some ancients to show you. One of my absolutely favorite coins. I bought a grave. So these big bronze bad boys, they always have these marks on both ends from the casting that they came out of. And just a super cool piece. This, I want $2,200 on this guy. Very, very cool with the horse and the sun. This thing weighs 94 grams, so 3 times the size of a silver eagle. And you can see, you know, just by girth, it looks similar in size that way. But then, you know, you get it sideways and there's just a big, big difference. So, super cool piece on that guy. Big, big, big. So this is interesting. This is actually from some of the earliest currency. This is an electrum. This is from Lydia 610 to 564 BC. Choice VF. The design on the front is believed to be a lion's paw. This is a 1/24th of a stater, just a little bit over half a gram. Choice VF 4545. And I saw a lot of other pieces like this that just didn't have any life left to it. This is actually really a cool piece. That guy is $600. So let me run through some of these foreigners here. I got the 1743 non-American coins. Looks like really neat. I bought a few of these little half escudos. I just thought they were fun. Fun for a gold coin. Pretty neat pieces overall. This is 450 on this guy. That one, they've got graded a VF35 on that half escudo. You know, it's fun because this is the type of stuff that in colonial America you probably traded. You probably had currency, gold specie floating around from other countries, including and not limited to Spain. I got a couple more of those, I think, kicking around. Let me see if I can find something similar. Here we go. A little bit nicer, the 1786. Also, half a scudo, also from Spain. Got a little bit of that nice orange crust on the top of it. A little bit of some color. Oops, let me get this the right way up so you can get a closer look. Pretty cool. You can see a ton of luster left on that coin. This guy I had at 500 AU55, and I think I had a third. As I say that, it's not. It's in here somewhere. But that's okay. I'll just grab whatever's next. This I bought like a crazy person. This is a little one quarter, and it's really funny because I was going to call it a quarter real, but I don't know that that's the denomination. I'll have to double check. This is interesting piece. It actually says Papayan on there. And so how cool, huh? Little piece that's all luster under there. Reminds me a little bit of some of the flatly or the real thin wire money and stuff that came out of Eastern Europe and Central Europe. MS62, you know, Colombia, Papayan. And this is like 800 bones on this guy. This is a crazy expensive coin for something that small. But I like that stuff. I think it's really interesting, the history and just the piece in general. Okay, so 1911 V-nickels aren't really, you know, generally a scarce coin, but I saw this coin and I said, yeah, I've got to try that. It was too much money based on the date, but I was thinking about how you see toned, you know, copper a little bit, and of course toned silver. Toned nickel you don't see as much, and I don't see very many toned V-nickels, especially nice ones. So this is like cutting edge right here. But this guy I'm going to have priced at, I think I'm going to have this priced at 400, but I'll double check on that. I got to double check my notes, but really neat piece on that V-nickel. So I went ahead and bought a Rattler MS65 gold piece with a gold bean and a little backup card on it. This is $12.95. Neat coin. I know, once again, collecting plastic, not for everybody. You know, to me, it's still just a little bit of collecting of numismatic history. Some history is in the making. So kind of a neat piece on this guy. There's the Denver Mint. You know, has some pretty interesting orange spotting to it, which some people will find distasteful. You know, warts and all sometimes, guys, warts and all. All right, so kind of like the big dog for the show, I bought a coin that perhaps I shouldn't have. I don't know. But it was just too lovely. So this Barber, Proof Barber, so when people collect the proofs, you know, we talk about that sometimes. You can get a cameo, non-cameo, deep cameo, and you know that has a lot to do with the overall quality of the contrast between the white and the dark back field. And this thing is just super original satiny. The portrait's one of the nicest portraits I've ever seen on a Barber quarter. So I said, you know, let's do that. Proof 67 deep cameo with a CAC. This is a $10,000 coin, and it's cool. I mean, it's just really cool. There's 4 CAC'd in this grade, and there's one higher. There's 160, 68. But once again, you know, just by way of comparison, this ultra cameo, to me, the portrait on this Barber is stronger. I mean, it really is just all there, super white. You know, obviously we're looking at different eras. You got 70, 75 years between them basically, but pretty neat piece, kind of a showstopper. All right, stop the presses. Let's see what else we got here. I think I played my showstopper too soon. I got some more fun, just kind of fresh soapbox coins that I enjoy. I don't buy all the soapboxes I see, by the way, but I like looking at them. This 52S is a better date. MS65, lovely coin. This is $70 on that guy. Winner. That one's nice. I bought this just because, you know, I said yes. So this is a 1970 double die reverse die 3 MS64 in an old soapbox. See if I can get some of the doubling with this. If you look at the E and E pluribus, I had it a second ago. You can see some of that going on there. This is 95 bucks on that guy. Kind of a specialty variety piece for my variety collectors. So I don't always tell people this, but I mention it every time that I make a video about it. This Proof Silver Jefferson, amongst my favorite coins ever produced, for no other reason just than the novelty of, it's the only one they made. 1942 silver proofs. I think that they're neat. I think they're neat coins. And this Proof 65, you know, worth picking up a coin like that, in my opinion. $79. I actually think that this coin probably needs some conservation, and then I think that it would grade higher. Just one man's opinion, but overall it's a very attractive piece. Did I mention I might be collecting plastic? I might just, well, no, I'll put it up for sale. I was thinking about keeping this. So I like finding odd coins and holder combinations. So this Proof South Africa 1951 pence in an old annex soapbox, I was drawn to it right away. This is 50 bucks. If no one buys it this week, I'm just going to keep it. I think it's cool, but it, you know, it's just, I was thinking about putting together a collection of soapbox holders. That's the style of annex holder. Of just anything I can find that's not a U.S. coin. I shouldn't say too many things out loud because, you know, there's probably some guy who's got like 10,000 of them. He's like, hey, remember what you said? Yeah, well. All right, one more. Here's that other half a Scudo, another AU55, 1786. Really cool. Charles III. A couple more years, I'm going to need to wear a wig like that. And a super cool piece. There's the Madrid mint mark, the M with the crown on it. Another one that's 500 bucks. I had them priced the same on those two coins that were basically the same. And I got a couple other cool pieces to show you yet, man. I got two that this one actually is super rare. 20S. And this is a 20S that is graded AU58 full head. This is $3,075, so it is an expensive coin. 20S is notoriously soft struck. Look at what happens to the digits on that, y'all. I mean, this coin has like all the luster there, and look at the top of the one is completely gone. And so that's why these coins are extremely difficult to get with any full head designation. And a super cool coin. Little bit of some yellow luster to it. A little bit of yellow toning mixed in on there. Neat coin. And last but not least, I have one more of my favorite things here. This hectae is the denomination. This is 1/6 of a stater, and I like the two-headed coins. Don't call tails, y'all. You will lose. I like being able to see kind of how the people wore their hair, what type of clothes they wore, what their hats looked like. Really neat piece here. Choice extra fine. $690 on that. The strike, they call it 2, mostly I think because this side's off center, but overall the rest of the coin's really cool looking. I like seeing stuff like that with the big old crack on it. you know, all the stress lines. It's like when you make Play-Doh and you push it down and you get those little stress fractures on there. Really, really neat. So the obverse is Dionysus and a female head reverse. Isle of Lesbos, Mytilene. Super cool, guys. Thanks for joining me so much. Continue watching. This week I'm going to have more noops of different stuff. I've been the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.